You ever meet someone new and you just click, but you wonder, how do I turn this first hello into a real friendship? Well, that's what we're digging into today. We're looking at the simple, everyday words we use to build really powerful connections. And you know what? It almost always starts by sharing just a little bit about our world.
But that's the big question, right? How do we actually do that? What's the secret to going from just a simple greeting to a genuine, real bond with someone?
Well, it really does start by opening up our personal world just a little bit. And probably the most universal way to do that is by talking about the people who are closest to us. Yep, our family and our friends. So let's start with the very first building block for making that connection.
Okay, building block number 1, your inner circle. When you talk about your family, you're giving someone an instant snapshot of where you come from and who you are. It's like a conversational shortcut to getting to know you.
So first, let's just cover the absolute basics. Our family, right? It's that core group of people we're related to. Our parents, our siblings. This is the first social circle we ever have, which makes it the perfect, most natural starting point in any conversation.
So, here's the vocabulary you're going to need. Now, mother and father are pretty formal. In everyday conversation, you're almost always going to hear the warmer, more casual mom and dad. Then, of course, you've got brother, sister, husband, and wife. These simple words are literally the foundation for telling your family's story.
Now this right here, this is your most powerful tool. The simple phrase, I have. It's so direct, it's so clear, and it's the fastest way to open a window into your world. I have 2 brothers. Boom. Just like that, the other person knows a key part of your story.
And the grammar for this is incredibly simple. Seriously, for most subjects, I, you, we, they, you just use the word have. For someone else, like a he or a she, it just switches to has. And that's it. With just those 2 little words, you can describe pretty much any relationship.
And here's what that looks like in a real, everyday chat. It's just a simple back and forth. One person asks, do you have? And the other responds, yes, I have. It's these small, super easy exchanges that start to build the foundation of a new connection.
Okay, so that's the family we're born into. But what about the family we choose? Let's talk about our friends. They're the next essential layer of who we are.
Now, when we talk about our friends, we use 2 kinds of words. First, there are the nouns, like friend or best friend. These just label the relationship. But the real connection, the magic, comes from the adjectives. Words like nice, funny, or kind. These words don't just describe, they share the feeling of the friendship.
And using these descriptive words is so easy. You've got 2 simple options. You can put the adjective right before the person, like he is a funny man, or you can say it after the verb, like he is funny. Honestly, both sound perfectly natural, so you can't go wrong.
But a friendship isn't just about who someone is, it's about what you do together, right? The phrase, we like to, is your key to sharing those experiences. It shows the bond, not just the label. We like to watch movies. It's that shared we that really defines a friendship. Okay, so we've got the tools for talking about family, and we've got the tools for talking about friends. Now, let's see how they all work together in a natural conversation, turning these simple words into a real, actual connection.
So the conversation kicks off with Leo, and notice how he immediately offers up a little piece of personal information about his family. It's such a warm, friendly way to explain why he's new around here.
And Chloe's response is perfect. By saying, we're from Brazil, she includes her whole family right from the start. Then she lists everyone out in a simple, clear way. This keeps the conversation moving and totally invites Leo to share more about his own family.
Now Leo builds on that. See how he starts with his family using I have? Then he smoothly pivots over to his friends. He tells us what they do, like to play, and what they're like, nice and funny. In just a few seconds, he's painted a whole picture of his social world. And Chloe responds right back. She shares about her best friend, using that simple structure we saw earlier, is very kind. And then by adding that feeling, I miss her, she deepens the connection almost instantly. It becomes real. So we've seen all the tools, and we've watched them in action. But, learning is one thing, connecting is a whole other. So how can you actually put this into practice?
Here's your game plan. And don't think of these as homework. Think of them as rehearsals for making a real connection. Grab a photo on your phone and just describe the people in it. Practice answering common questions out loud, even to yourself. Or even better, find a partner and just try having the conversation. Every little step is going to build your confidence.
Because in the end, that's what this is all about. It's not just about learning words. It's about using them to build bridges between people.
So the last question I have for you is this. Who are you going to share your world with today?